Folks, we want to apologize for some technical difficulties that we've been having here. We've been battling some power issues and whatnot. Since this is a newly renovated building, we are struggling with some things. However, those of you just joining us or joining us back again, score is 4-1. Tritons are leading the Findlay Oilers. The Oilers did have bases loaded with two. They're unable to capitalize on that. Pete Gordon with a slow roller to first base. Johnny Walker still on the mound for the Findlay Oilers. Did give up a leadoff two-run double, leadoff double. Here starting the bottom of the fourth inning. Kevin Schrock ranges to his left. However, does make an error, does not field it cleanly, and that puts Paul Morris is going to reach first base. It's first and third now. No outs in the inning for the Tritons. Number 11, Dominic Orlando, is at third base. The Tritons are on first and third. Number 6, that was going to switch over to the top of the lineup. Jake Beckwith, right fielder, is in the game right now there is at the dish now. First pitch strike there from John Walker. To get the top of the lineup, batter Jake Beckwith. We did have a defensive substitution there recently. We're not sure when we lost broadcast. Pete Burkett is at first base now in place of Roman Kuster. Walker fires back over to first base. Outfield playing straight up here for the Oilers. Infield playing double play depth. Third baseman Troy Merriman playing in with the bag, almost with the grass. And Pete Burkett keeping his right foot on the bag for the Oilers. Next pitch in the back at bat is a high ball 2. Another great crowd from the University of Finland, parents, grandparents, and family. It's really neat to see so many people make a trip down here. Like we've said the last couple of days, if you're buried in snow at home, this is a good place to be. Pitch there, the runner went from first to second base. Attempted double steal. The runner on third base did not take the bait. Miguel Valdez smartly held onto the ball. Runners on second and third now for Tritons. No outs in the inning. 2-1 count.
Beckwith walked in the beginning of the third inning. Part of that run, scoring home run. Laces ball in the right center and scores 2.
Sharply hit single there from the Tritons out to Logan Hare, and center field. Logan had to drift to his left and the right center. Field the ball, quickly get it back in. There's no throw to the home plate as the Tritons score 2 more runs to take the 6-1 lead. That single and 2 RBIs there from Jake Beckwith. Oilers pitching coach Brian Mikowski coming out to a meeting at the mound here. Coach Brian Mack, wearing number 55 for the Findlay Oilers, is pitching coach. Johnny Walker has been laboring today. There is action in the Oilers bullpen. Number 32, freshman right-handed pitcher Corey Carl in the bullpen for the Oilers. He's a 5'11", 160-pound freshman right-handed pitcher out of North Canyon, Ohio. Played his high school ball at Union Lake. Walker now back to action. Ball low and inside there. Miguel Valdez has to come out of a set. First pitch is 1-0 count. Again, Tritons have a runner on first base. Pete Burkett holds the runner over there on first. Jake Beckwith. Jake takes a lead. Takes a secondary lead now. There's a slow roller to shortstop, excuse me, second base side. Oilers able to get Evan Holler to get the force put out there to Kevin Truck. Shortstop, that put out goes 4-6. They were unable to turn the double play, however, with J.J. Kinnaman busting it down the line. They did make a throw, but he was not in time. It's the first out of the inning recorded by the Oilers. Again, the score is 6-1. Those of you that may be joining us a little bit late here or just finding us on the new broadcast channel, again, we want to apologize for the technical difficulties we have been having. First pitch there with Dylan Feith, the left fielder. Ball went outside. Miguel Valdez, however, tries to frame the pitch and get it back into the umpire's liking, but he did not agree with it.
Feith hit just 159 last season, started in 14 ball games, 7 hits and 44 at-bats, and only 3 doubles, a slugging percentage of .227, so not a lot of power here for Feith, and hitting today in the 3-hole, so sort of a surprise here for the Tritons.
Yeah, Kyle Feith is one of the guys when we had the earlier lineup. He was one of the ones that was a lineup change. He wasn't initially in the lineup, but he shifted around a little bit. I don't remember if he was the 4-hitter in the earlier lineup or if he was the 5-hitter, but he did get the bump up to the 3.
Tried to block that out of my memory, Joe. That's part of what began my technical difficulties here today, is the lineup change from the Tritons head coach late in the pregame, so really didn't get time to adjust, and maybe was part of my issue. And we all have bad days, and I think today is one of those for me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Kyle has not had a lot of luck today for the Findlay Rattlers here in the sports information booth on the game. Pitch to the inside. Miguel Valdez would throw down to second with a wide throw to second. Great job there from Kevin Schrock backing up Evan Holler with the cover. Again, number 7, Dylan Feith, the plate for the Tritons today.
And another stolen base for the Tritons. That's 2 now in the ball game. Running on Miguel Valdez, who I don't know if we've mentioned in today's broadcast, but in the first game against Gannon threw 3 runners out in the first inning alone. So a good catcher behind the plate, but Tritons able to run a couple times here.
Swing and a miss strikeout there for John Walker. That brings up number 35, Kevin Smith for the Tritons. It'd be nice if we can get Johnny Walker to get out of the inning here with as little damage as possible. Tritons do have a 6-1 lead here. Strike on the outside corner of the plate from John Walker. Here in the top of the 4th inning, again, there's 2 down. Pitch inside there to catcher Miguel Valdez. Comes out of his crouch and gets it. Again, for those of you joining late or just now finding us again, this is the first game ever played in this sports park since it has been renovated. Multi-million-dollar renovations to this facility, and when we pulled in, we weren't entirely sure where to pull in at because it did look like a giant construction zone. Third pitch of the at-bats, ball high and away.
This is a nice facility, though, Joe. Talking with the project manager earlier, he's had workers here around the clock, and he said last week he put in 98 hours, only paid for 40 of those. Maybe got some overtime, I'm sure, but they are definitely working hard here at this facility, and the hard work is paying off. It's a beautiful, beautiful location. That ball popped up. Tough play for Miguel.
Nice play by Miguel Valdez, ranging too far into the net, and he had to back up. Some would probably call that a diving catch, but it's more of a falling catch. 2 runs in the inning there for Tritons, 6-1 count. We'll be back to live baseball soon.
All right, we are back here in the top of inning number 5 as Oilers designated hitter Chase Goulet steps to the plate. Goulet, one of the better hitters in this lineup for the Oilers. Again, hitting today in the 3-hole as he has been for most part of the season. It's a fastball inside there and rips it into right field where he likes to hit the ball. And that's a leadoff single here in the 5th inning for Goulet. Piece of hitting there from the Oilers designated hitter. Came into today hitting .450 with 9 hits in 20 at-bats. Goulet stays hot, seeing the ball well. Now for the Oilers is freshman number 28, Pete Burkett. And strike one to Burkett. Makes the count 0-1. Goulet on first base takes his lead. Rolls one out to second. Over to short and back to first. Not in time. Burkett beats the throw, but reaches on fielder's choice as Goulet was out at second base. So one away here for the Oilers left fielder, Austin Adams, a sophomore slugger for the Oilers, hitting in the 4-hole today. Takes the ball inside, count goes to 1-0. If Adams is able to get a hold of one, the ball is carrying here today, as Joe mentioned. Sadlicek still doing a good job on the mound. Again, the ace of the strike has been handling the Oilers' bats pretty well today. Only 4 hits in the game for Oilers. They trail 6. Adams, the number 4 hitter. Adams struggling a bit this season. Came into today hitting just 125. So maybe not the success that we expect to see over the long haul. He is a good hitter for this Findlay Oilers team.
Yeah, the Oilers have a runner on first base. Austin Adams up at the dish.
Okay.
Yeah.
So many strikeouts there from Austin Adams. That's the second out of the inning.
Thank you very much.
I'll give me a couple pictures.
Sure. You want to talk a little bit?
Huh?
You want to talk a little bit?
Talk what?
Just talk about the place.
Number 3 for
Oh,
the Findlay
no.
Oilers, Cam
I'm
Johnson
liable
is
to
at
say
the
something
dish.
wrong. I'll send Scott up
This
here.
is Cam Johnson's first appearance in a varsity game this year for the Oilers. Cam is a shortstop for the University of Findlay. Talked to Cam's father yesterday. He made the trip down here from Tip City, Ohio. Strike there, right down the outside hard plate. Ball on the outside corner of the plate. One count here, 2 outs. Top of the 5th inning. Again, the Oilers down 6-1. Pushes the count to 1-2 for Cam Johnson. Cam's a 6 foot, 185 pound freshman out of Tip City High School, Tip City, Ohio. line drive foul ball back out of play. Cam did a nice job protecting there for the Findlay Oilers. Keeps the count 1 and 2.
Joe, it was just a matter of time before Cam cracked to the starting lineup. Been playing really well in the reserve games. And Coach Perrell has commented on his defense, which has been stellar for Findlay. And maybe now seeing if he can work the bat like we would like to see so this young freshman getting an opportunity here to show Coach Perrell that he belongs in this lineup.
He's a slow roller up right back up the middle. Pitcher makes a nice jumping stop. When he's 6'9", he doesn't have to do a lot of jumping. Oilers leave one straight and no runs scored there in the inning. Oilers down 6-1 as we head to baseball in the going to the bottom of the 5th inning. Back to baseball here in Togo, Florida. Johnny Walker still on the mound for the Findlay Oilers. First pitch strike with an off-speed pitch to number 22 for the Missouri St. Louis Titans, Chris Mathis.
Mathis is 2 for 2 in today's ballgame, doubled in the second and then singled in the third. So far one of the hotter hitters for the Tritons in the ballgame today.
He's batting 1,000 today.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'll take those out. 1-1 count here for Mathis as he sits back in. Walker rocking fires. Slow number foul back into the on deck circle.
We mentioned he's 2 for 2 today. Funny because last season only had 6 hits in the whole year, played in 17 ball games, and so Mathis off to a nice start to this season. Got to be a confidence booster.
And the 58-foot pitch from John Walker in the dirt. Miguel Valdez not able to make the play on that. Again, the Findlay Oilers coached by head coach Steve Farrell. Assistant coach Karen Stutzman. Where's number 11 for us? Coaches first base. Pitching coach is Brian Mikowski. Volunteer coach of Paul Roselle. My name is Joe Mayberry. To my left is Kyle Neerman. Kyle is a senior grad assistant with the Sports Information Department. Kyle does a lot of work for the basketball team. Played college baseball at Bluffton College. And that's a nice strike 3 pitch there for Johnny Walker. Number 22, Chris Mathis, does not get his bat off the shoulder. First for that strike.
And that's the 5th strikeout for John Walker, doing a pretty good job of striking out these hitters, but unfortunately, when they do make contact, it's done some damage. He's allowed 4 earned runs in this ballgame, 6 runs total.
Number 44 to this year, Eric Clark for the Tritons. No runners on base now for the Tritons. That's a drive deep to left field. Austin Adams goes back, looks up,
Wow.
and that ball is a home run. That was swung on and absolutely belted. And down being downwind there had to help a little bit. Austin had a great break on the ball, made a good job of going back to look up for it. Unfortunately, we're downwind here. Like I said, a little bit of a bandbox here with the wind. Reminds me a little bit of Yankee Stadium. But at any effect, that's a 7-1 score for the Tritons. Oilers are digging themselves a bigger and bigger hole as we plug along.
You mentioned it as we started this game, Joe, which we lost that start of the game due to some power failure. But the wind is carrying the ball here. That evident there. 2 home runs for the Tritons, both opposite field home runs. And Clark, who just hit that home run, now 3 for 3 in the ball game with 2 singles, and then the long ball out over Pete Jorgen's head and left.
Now up number 9, Shane Brinker, the center fielder for the Tritons. Foul ball back to our right. Walker rocks and fires there. That's a ball outside. No runners on deck here. 2-2 count here for John Walker as he faces off with number 9, Shane Brinker. 7-1 lead. Drive deep to right field.
That's Schallenberger in right field.
Schallenberger goes back.
You missed that sub, Joe.
I'll blame foul for that one.
Okay.
What's 2 outs in the inning now? Schallenberger does a nice job of going back on that, making a nice play in the wind. That's his first inning he's been in this game. Look as windy as it is, and the sun sets right behind. Sun's right where the outfielders are looking at here. Put in a second. Pitching change here for the Oilers. Number 32, Corey Carl coming in. That does end Johnny Walker's day. John pitched 4 2/3, gave up 8 hits, 7 runs, but only 5 of those were earned. He had 1 walk, 5 strikeouts, and he faced 25 batters. Corey did make an appearance in yesterday's game for the Oilers. Now at the plate is Dominic Orlando.
Yeah, in that game yesterday, Corey Carl getting his feet wet in college baseball, his first varsity appearance, allowed 4 hits and 3 runs in just 1/3 inning of work. None of those runs earned, as errors seemed to play a part yesterday in the later innings. So a lot of these freshman pitchers out of the bullpen got their first taste of college baseball yesterday. Nice to get that experience, albeit in a losing effort. But if you're going to look for positives in that loss yesterday, it's that you now have a bullpen full of freshmen that have some sort of experience.
Here's a single back up the middle for Orlando. That hit there pushes Orlando 2 for 3 for the day. Sharp single right back up the middle, and that's not the way that Carl wanted to come in and get this inning started. That does bring up Paul Moritz. Moritz is 0 for 2 on the day. He does have a run scored, however.
Yes, reached on an error in the last inning, the 4th inning, and back in inning number 2, fouled out to the catcher. So 0 for 2 today for Moritz.
First pitch strike there from Corey Carl to catcher Miguel Valdez. Infield a double play out. There are 2 runs out there, 2 outs here in the inning. Trains lead this game 7-1. Carl's offering there was ball high, pushes the count to 1-1. Quick recap for you here. The Oilers have 1 run, 4 hits, and 2 errors. Missouri St. Louis has 7 runs on 9 hits. However, they only have 1 error. That's been the difference in the game. That error led to a couple runs. Now, that being said, the Tritons have hit the ball hard twice with 2 home runs. That accounts for 3 of their runs. But some base runners for the Tritons have earned their way across the dish because of a couple of those errors. 2-1 count here. It's a high strike call there from home plate umpire. Pushes the count to 2-2. Again, with the defensive substitutions, Pete Jorgen in left field. He moved from left to right, replacing Austin Adams. To drive to Logan Hare in center field, Logan ranges to his right a little bit, puts the glove up, makes the catch. Trying to do some damage, though. They do, however, leave 1 runner stranded. That's the end of the 5th inning. We're headed to the top of the 6th inning baseball. That's the dish now for the Oilers freshman third baseman Troy Merriman. Troy wearing number 7 for the Oilers. First pitch from the 6'9" righty. There's a strike right across the heart of the plate. Troy on the day is 0 for 1.
Was hit by a pitch in the last inning in the 4th. And back in inning number 2, reached on a fielder's choice.
Second pitch there from pitcher number 25. Sedlak with his wide end in the dirt. 1-1 offering here from Sedlak. High and inside there from Troy as Troy backs out of it.
Sedlacek's still throwing the ball well, a little more off speed again, like we've mentioned. Started the game off early with a mid-90s fastball. Now that we've been through the lineup a few times, relying a little more on the off speed, but still doing a great job of controlling these Oilers hitters.
Pushes the count to 2-2. Troy does a nice job of drawing a walk there. You know, the Oilers have had the leadoff batter on a lot in this game so far today. We have unfortunately not been able to do anything with those runs. Oilers today 1 for 6 with runners in scoring position and 2 for 15 with runners on. However, the Oilers are 4 for 6 with their leadoff batter. So we are getting on when we need to. It's just we're not doing anything with it. First pitch there from Sedlak.
Joe and Merriman with the walk there leads the team. That was Merriman's 7th walk of the season. So a good eye from the young freshman. Discipline at the plate.
Another ball from pitcher Sedlak there. Catcher steps out to give a vote of confidence there to the pitcher as Valdez sits in with a 2-0 count. Again, the Oilers find themselves down 6 runs today. A couple home runs have not helped the fellas at all. 2-0 strike there from Sedlak. Catcher offers up, fakes the throw down to first. Merriman back in plenty of time. Outfield, center fielder shades way to his left. Foul ball back out of play over our right shoulder here. Center fielder plays, like I said, he ranges to his left a little bit, but he's not real deep. Right fielder playing the speeder position. And the left fielder was a little bit deeper. Takes a couple steps in here. Third baseman playing even with the bag. Pitch from off-speed pitch from Sedlak is in the dirt, and the catcher goes and makes a nice block job there. Full count here for Miguel Valdez. No outs in the inning.
That ball's right deep, field. Joe. Not deep enough.
Right fielder for Triton schemes under the ball. It's a nice job there of Beckwith, the right fielder, reaching to his left to make the play. Merriman back in time, but hard hit ball from Valdez there, which we haven't seen a lot of in the last couple games. Good to see. One down now in the inning. Brings up number 2, Evan Holler, for the Findlay Oilers.
Holler is 1 for 2 today, singled back in the 4th inning. Nice to see him get the bat going a little bit as he's been struggling lately.
Ball in the dirt again. Wide right. The catcher may have taken that one in a funny spot. He's adjusting his shin pad now. I'm not quite sure where that may have gotten him, but catcher goes out to give the pitcher a new ball. Holler meets with third base coach for right now, but head baseball coach for the University of Findlay, Steve Farrell, on the third base line.
Joe can't stress enough how gorgeous it is here in Cocoa Beach, Florida. Getting pictures from some of our fans in Virginia that they are snowed out, level 3 snow emergency, so they are not allowed on the roads. And I'm sure envious of our position here, sitting high above this beautiful baseball field in Cocoa Beach, Florida.
Yeah, Kyle, pardon me while I put some sunglasses and suntan lotion back on. We are in a nice baseball stadium. We are for sure very jealous. We should be for sure be very jealous of us down here. Last two pitches have been strikes for Sedlak from the Tritons. Evan Holler steps back in here with no outs for the Oilers. Gets Trey Merriman on first base. Ball outside. That pitch was close. The third baseman, number 22, Mathis, for Triton's playing in the grass on the left side of the infield. Infield at second and short of double play depth. And first baseman Orlando playing in with the bag. Swing and miss there from Evan Holler for a strikeout.
Tell you what, Sedlacek doing a nice job on the mound. That his 7th strikeout of the ball game.
And that would be Evans' first strikeout of the ball game. That brings up Logan Harrah, number 4 for the Findlay Oilers. Logan having himself a pretty good day at the dish. See if he can continue that. Nice curveball there from number 25, Sedlak. Logan 1 for 1 on the day. He has scored the Oilers' only run, but he has drawn 2 walks. Swinging a miss at another off-speed pitch there by number 25, Sedlak. Logan finds himself in a deep 0-2 hole here with 1 down in the inning. Hooks out wide. There was 2 outs in the inning there, and Logan's strikeout there makes 3. Logan Harris 1 for 2 on the day. That's his first strikeout of the day. We go back to baseball here a lot.
Now you are.
Back to live baseball. Corey Carl still on the mound. First pitch for Corey was a strike. Swinging a drive to straightaway center field. Logan Harrah for the Oilers.
That's not Logan Harrah. That's Josh Swear making an appearance today.
Another defensive substitution that we were unaware of.
Which the umpires would notify us here, Joe.
They do what they want to. Josh Swear out making a first in the outfield here for the Oilers. 1 down in the inning. That's a good catch out of you there on.
I'm gonna have to scan the field now and see if there's any other changes. Holler's still at second base. Merriman still at third. That's it.
Well, bear with us, folks, as we figure out the lineups here.
Nice play.
Nice play there by Pete Burkett as he ranges to his left to pick up the ball. Takes the out unassisted. That's a ground ball to the first baseman. It's 2 quick outs in the inning here for the Findlay Oilers. Oilers baseball does want to thank some of the sponsors here from the University of Findlay. Keith's Dugout especially. We've seen Keith this week. He was nice enough to join us on one of our trips over to Winter Haven, Florida. What I hear, they opened a couple days ago.
Best burgers in the game.
Best burgers in the game there at Keith's Dugout. Corey Carl moving along in this inning fairly efficiently. That's strike to the first batter there.
The batter for the Tritons is Derek Feith, and Feith today is over 3 in the 3-hole. Struck out in the 4th, flied out to center in the 3rd, and lined out to left in the 1st.
Corey Carl ahead of the count, 0-2 here. Bottom of the 6th inning, Tritons up 7-1. Gripped that one a little tight there for Corey Carl. Held on to that one for a second longer and it went a bit outside. Good play by Miguel Valdez to come out of his stance. Count goes to 1-2. 2 down here. Slow road with Cam Johnson there. Shortstop. That's Cam's first play. Does a nice job of curling over to Pete Burkett. Put out goes 6-1 and that ends the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors.
Hey. Rush me.
Talk to baseball here. Cocoa, Florida. New pitcher on for the Tritons. Number 12, Chris True, 5'11 senior, 198 pounds out of St. Louis, Missouri. Brings the end of the day. Welcome sight for the University of Findlay Oilers to get rid of number 25, Sedlacek. We'll get you Sedlacek stats here in a second. Sedlacek, 5 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 4 strikeouts, 4 walks with 6 strikeouts. Faced 24 batters. Kyle tells me that's not right, so we can blame him for that one. That does bring up number 14, Pete Jorgen for the University of Findlay Oilers.
It's funny, Joe, the way that the live stats work and what you're pulling from, they're a little bit delayed. And so the actual numbers on Sedlacek were 6 innings pitched, struck out 8 batters. So a good outing for Sedlacek, giving way to Chris True, who last season at a 3.68 ERA did go 2-1, only pitched 29 innings and struck out 20 hitters, just 6 walks. So expect the ball to be around the zone a lot here from True.
Last pitch pushes the count to 2-0. On deck for the Findlay Oilers is Chase Gillette. In the hole for the Findlay Oilers, Pete Burkett, your first baseman. Ball high and inside from the new pitcher. Chris True being a lot shorter for pitcher for the Oilers gives them a little bit of a better chance to see the ball coming out of his hand. 4 straight balls. Pete Jorgen busts it down the line to first base. Gets to first base just as quick as anybody on the team, especially after a walk. In steps Chase Gillette.
Joe Goulet in his last at bat ripped a single down the right field line. Would love to see another one of those from the Oilers' designated hitter.
That was True's first strike of the game. You let down the hole. Now down 0-1. No outs here. Takes another strike. Gillette didn't get the bat off the shoulders there. Dorgan at first gets the check back. Ball rolls away from the first baseman, but Coach Jaron Stutzman intelligently keeps him there at first base. Chase on the day is 1 for 2 with that walk. He also does have one strikeout. Infield shades a little bit to their, or excuse me, outfield shades a little bit to their right.
Yeah.
Chase Gillette with a blooper to right field. Nice play by the center fielder to keep under and range that, as windy as it is. That one, confluence of people out there. Brinker did a good job of coming in from his center field position to make the out. Pete Burkett up now for the Oilers. True checking on the run over there, first base again. Dorgan. Strike number 2 from Chris True. And the Oilers decked out in their black tops, gray bottoms, and black caps today.
You know, Joe, I don't think we've mentioned yet, this is the top of the 7th inning, and so the last chance here for the Oilers in the 7-inning game need to score 6 runs here to keep this game alive.
Good work out of you, Kyle.
I'm pretty observant, and I did struggle earlier in the game, but I'm picking my game up here, kind of like the Oilers are going to need to.
Foul ball back out of play directly over our heads.
Okay. I would say overall. Not direct.
1-2 count here for Burkett as he steps in. Checks the runner at first. Pete's not going anywhere. Pete does have some speed. The Oilers down 6. Coach Steve Carroll might be looking to create some action here. Swing and miss there from Pete Burkett. That's strikeout for Chris True. That is the second out of the inning. In steps senior number 24, John Schellenberger. John playing right field for the Oilers. Ball inside for pushes the count to 1-0. Nice fastball there from True in the outside corner of the plate, pushes the count to 1-1. 2 down here in the inning, and the Oilers are definitely needing to get something happening with the bats here if we're going to have a chance to win this game. Swing and drive to center field. Center fielder Brinker camps under it and makes the out. That's the end of the game. The Oilers fall the first game of the doubleheader. 7-1. The Tritons' offense just too much for the Findlay Oilers today. John Walker pitched a great game. However, they did get their bats working. They took advantage of 2 home runs and scored 3 runs for them. And the Oilers lose the first game, 7-1. We'll be back soon with some live stats and get ready for game number 2 of the doubleheader.
as we see the Oilers gathering out in right field to have their post-game talk. We will look at some numbers here. Starting pitcher and getting the loss today is John Walker. Went 4 2/3 innings, gave up 8 hits, 7 runs, 5 of which were earned. Walked 1, struck out 5, and again taking the loss for the Oilers. The winning pitcher today was Sedlacek for the Tritons. Pitched 6 innings, only allowed 4 hits and 1 earned run, struck out 8. A dominant effort out of the Tritons pitcher. We will be back for game number 2. Thanks for sticking with us, fans. We're hoping for a little smoother of an effort out of us here at the press box. Again, your final here in 7 innings. The Oilers fall to the Tritons 7-1.